Okay, so we've got our Twitter account set up. What we really need now is some followers. Now, it's not actually been very long since I made the last video, but I've already got one follower on this account. This guy is homealarm underscore. He's obviously found me through my keywords, home alarm. So that's one of the reasons why we use these keywords. It will get us some followers. But we want to get as many followers as we can. So what we're going to look at first is the free way that is really a passive way of getting some extra followers, and it's simply by submitting your Twitter account to a whole bunch of Twitter directories where you can then be found by other people who are interested in whatever your topic may be. We will look at other ways of getting extra followers in a future video. There is an automated tool that I use that is particularly good at it, but obviously it's something that does cost money, so it requires an investment on your part, but it is very, very good. We'll have a look at that, as I say, in a future video. This method is free, and it really is just a question of coming to the relevant directories and submitting your information and choosing a relevant category. So there's not actually that many that I recommend. There are quite a few different Twitter directories that you can use, but I've only found 4 or 5 that have ever actually seemed to bring me new followers. So those are the ones that I'm going to recommend. I will actually list them with the URLs for them under this video so you can quickly find them and click through and get yourself set up. The first is wefollow.com. When you first come to the site, it will pop up with a window saying add yourself, it's free, so just click on that and follow through what you need to do. Some of these, if you're already signed into Twitter, then you can use the authorized system and just click on the button and it will automatically get your information and do part of the setup for you. Others, you'll actually have to put in your username and email address, username and password for your Twitter account and your email address, and they will obviously also send you a confirmation email with a link that you need to click in. Okay, the next one after that is twello.com, so TWELLOW.com. And again, it will pop up with a pop-up box, so just say yes, register now, and it should then bring up the registration screen where you need to put in your relevant information. Okay, the next one, I'm not going to go through the steps of actually registering with each one of these. It's very simple. Just follow the instructions on screen. You know, enter your email, enter a password where it's necessary, and just follow through what they say. The next one is justtweetit.com. I think this one's PR5. The other two, to give you an idea, WeFollow, which is the site up here, that's a PageRank 7 site. Twello is PageRank 6. Just Tweet It is PageRank 5, and there's also Twibes, which is also PageRank 5, and the start sign up here is, where has it gone? 1 second while I find it. Okay, Twibes is actually slightly different to the other Twitter directories. This is, Twibes actually stands for Twitter Tribes, and the idea is that you're creating a group of Twitter users. So you're trying to create a community around a particular subject. So what you really need to do is start a new Twitter group, and the first thing to do is actually check your keywords to see if they've been taken. So if you type in whatever your keyword is and click on search, and you can then find out whether someone's already created a Twibe for that, in which case you could simply join that Twibe. Okay, as they haven't, I could go ahead and start this one, but before we do so, if we go back to the home page, you'll also notice down here there are existing Twitter lists that you can join. So if you wanted to get on the follow back, for instance, list, you could get there just by clicking on add yourself. Now you can only have, or you can only be on 3 Twibes per Twitter account, so I'd only suggest joining 2 of these and then get on with creating your own, and you can do that through clicking on the start Twitter group here, and that's where you need to put in your Twibe's name. So we're going to go with Home Alarms in this case, and then we need to click on send tweet, basically to create the Twibe. It's a funny name. To create the Twibe, you actually tweet the name of the Twibe and that creates it. Okay, so it's a slightly different process, but again, it's going to get you some extra users, so it's worth doing. Okay, the last Twitter directory I can't actually show you because twit.dir is under maintenance. I'm not sure how long that's been under maintenance because I haven't looked at it in a little while. So hopefully that's just a temporary thing and we'll be able to get back in there soon. If not, well, don't worry about it. It's one less to have to set up, I suppose. Okay, so those are the ones that I'd recommend you go with. Twibes, because it's slightly different. And don't forget, on that homepage, as well as sending a tweet to set up your own, on the homepage itself, pick out a couple to join and to follow, okay, or to get involved in. The other three directories, as I've mentioned already, are justtweetit.com, twello.com, and wefollow.com. If I actually hit the back, there we go, wefollow.com. Those are the three main directories that you should get yourself signed up for, and they will bring in followers for you. Obviously do the Twibes thing as well, because that's kind of fun and it will bring you some followers. And that, hopefully we'll see this followers number growing fairly quickly here. But there are other things that we can do to actually get more followers. The main thing that you're going to do to actually get more followers is to make some blog posts and have those appear on your Twitter account as tweets, because people will be searching for certain keywords that appear within your blog posts and within your Twitter feed, and they will come to you through those and actually be interested in following what you're writing about, because those are the people that we're really interested in having as followers. Okay, one quick little extra bit that I need to cover as well. When you're setting yourself up on WeFollow, obviously put in your location. Doesn't have to be your real city. Put in somewhere that's a good city, i.e. a big city with lots of people. But you can, unless you do have a particular city that you want to aim for. But the important thing here is to put in your interests and put in all 5. And what we're after here is keyword related or keyword based topics. So the first one I'm going to go for, we're looking at alarms, home alarms. So I'm going to go with home security. Now you'll notice as I was typing that, different lists were coming up and the different numbers by them. So you can actually see how many people are already in these different categories within WeFollow. So as I go down to home security, there's only 16 in there. That's fine, it's highly targeted, and it means that if someone is searching on home security, there's only 16 there, I'm more likely to be one of the ones that they find. So what we want to do is put in a few related interests like that. I'm going to go with DIY as well, because we've got that in our keywords. So DIY, come on. Oops, it's not picking it up for some reason. DIY. And then move on to the next one. Let's go for home security we've already got. Let's go for alarm systems. And we also want, let's say, security. So what we're doing here is sort of brainstorming some related keywords. You've probably already got them from your niche. So put in your related keywords here. Find categories that you can use here. Basically, we want to make sure that we use all 5 of these interests to make sure that we get the most possible benefit from this. So I'm just going to go with one more here, home automation. Let's go with that. Okay, the last step that you will need to do is copy and paste this and actually tweet it. So go back to your Twitter account, go to your home page, paste it in and click on tweet. Okay, that's what you need to do to make sure you can complete the process here on WeFollow. Okay, in fact, you probably don't need to copy and paste it. It probably does it if I click that. I may have already done it twice there. Okay, so you can click on that and it should do it for you. Okay, that means that we're now added. We've completed our process of setup process on WeFollow. The important thing there was to make sure you use all 5 of those interest boxes. Don't just put one in, use all 5, get the most benefit. With Twello, the sign-up process will actually put you in some categories itself. So if we scroll down here, I've basically gone to Profile Editor here. Go to the Profile Editor tab and scroll down and it'll show you which categories the system's already put you into. Now if you want to change any of those, if you want to delete them, just click on the delete mark here. If you want to add any new one, if you click on Help, it'll tell you what you need to do. Basically you need to browse the site, and when you see a category that you're interested in being added to, click on the plus icon next to that particular category, and we can be in up to 10 verified categories. So we've got 6 left that we can go for. So we can click on here, go to browse the site and go and find a relevant category. Let's go for home security and see if we've got anything for that. Yep, straight away on the right here there are several that we could be in. We could be in home security, security systems. So let's open that in a new tab. We could be in home defense, open that in a new tab, and just go through and pick the ones that you think are a good match for your keywords and for your niche. And once you've actually opened them up in a new tab, you should then be able to click on the Add Me for that particular category, click on OK, and then do it for the next one as well. Let's say home defense, click on OK. If we then went back to the profile editor, we'll see those listed down in the bottom. And there we go. So we've now got security systems and home defense. So just browse through the site itself and find the most accurate categories for your site, for your niche. And if you want to find extra ones, you could obviously take yourself out of any that don't seem a good match. Like for instance here, I'll probably take myself out of media and use that for something else instead. Okay, probably take myself out of blogging as well. It's simply picked that because it's a blog that I'm using. Okay, so I hope that makes it easier to find the relevant categories and get them set up in Twello. And again, as we did with the previous directory, you need to use all of those if possible, or as many as you can, because that will increase the number of followers you're going to get. Thanks again for watching this additional addendum. Okay, so the next Twitter video will have a look at automating the process of getting a tweet done whenever you make a blog post. And we'll also then look at another video how we can use an automation tool to do a lot more if you're happy to invest in it. Okay, thanks for watching, and please feel free to move on to the next Twitter video.